Good evening, everyone. I'm John Sable.
And I'm Isabel Rosales. We start tonight with Florida's election. We are officially under a recount.
And here you see Florida's Senate race razor thin tonight. Governor Rick Scott holding less than a 13,000 vote lead, with both candidates barely breaking 4 million votes. And the race is within 0.15% of each other.
Meanwhile, the governor's race getting closer by the day. Today's final vote count has Andrew Gillum within 34,000 votes of who we thought was the winner, Ron DeSantis. This race, while not as close as the one for senator, still meets the threshold for a full statewide recount, forcing all 67 counties to recount their votes by machine. And those races not even the closest on the ballot. The race for agricultural commissioner within 5,300 votes. Nikki Fried, the Democratic candidate, has a small margin lead over Republican Matt Caldwell. And the recount is not specific to statewide races, with the tightest race in the state coming right here in Hillsborough County. Janet Cruz holding a 376 vote lead over incumbent Senator Dana Young. They're looking to represent District 18, and it looks like the close to 1,000 votes cast in Hillsborough will soon be counted by hand. That recount starting in mere hours throughout our area. Maricela Burgos live at the Supervisor of Elections office tonight, where this is all going down. Maricela?
The majority of the counties in the Tampa Bay area, including right here in Hillsborough County, start their recounts tomorrow, with the exception of Highlands and Polk counties that start theirs on Monday. The Secretary of State ordered a machine recount for 3 big races: the governor's race, U.S. Senate, and the Florida Commissioner of Agriculture. In Polk County, the Supervisor of Elections asked that 2 deputies be there during the mandatory recount. The sheriff says one of those deputies will be a registered Democrat and the other will be a registered Republican. Earlier today, Andrew Gillum took back his concession speech, saying he is prepared to accept the outcome as long as every vote is counted. Republican candidate Ron DeSantis released a video statement today, too, saying he has already begun the transition to take over as the 46th governor of our state.
At noon today, supervisors of election from across the state submitted their election returns to the Secretary of State. Those results are clear and unambiguous, just as they were on election night, and I am honored by the trust that Floridians have placed in me to serve as your next governor.
What I do know is that we don't just get the opportunity to stop counting votes because we don't like the direction in which the vote tally is heading. That is not democratic, and that certainly is not the American way.
The results of the machine recount must be submitted to the Florida Department of State by 3 p.m. on Thursday. Reporting live, Maricela Burgos, ABC Action News.
So you may be wondering how exactly a recount works in Florida. Well, counties have until Thursday to machine count all ballots. If one candidate comes out of the machine recount with more than 0.25% lead, the vote becomes official. However, if it is below that threshold, then there will be a recount by hand, counting every single vote cast. No matter what, official results from counties will be certified by the state on November 20th.
Communities